Hey, so today I'm going to show you something that most people don't really talk about, but something that's super important when building backlinks. Um, and the thing is, or the trick or the tip is that you have to make sure that the guest posts that you're building are actually getting indexed by Google. And what I mean is that there are a lot of websites that look nice on the surface. They look decent, the guest posts look decent, everything seems to check, everything seems to make sense and everything seems to be in order. Depending on the DR, on the metrics, or depending on the website that you see, you might want to pay like 200, 300, 400, sometimes even more for a guest post backlink, while these links end up doing nothing for your site. That's a huge waste of money. And a simple way to check this is, or a simple thing that you can do to make sure this doesn't happen to you, is to adjust your process in a way that you, before you build out the guest post, you try to make sure that the guest posts that are added to a site actually get indexed on Google. And if you don't know what I mean, don't worry. I'll show you I'll show you how to check for this and how to make sure that this doesn't happen, how to avoid this pitfall. And I'll give you an example that explains this. So if you look at this website, it's steady.com, steadyhq.com. Looks like a nice, looks like a decent website. How are your project? Steady helps you build a membership program that connects with your community. Yes, they seem to have many things going for them. Yeah, they've been featured on many different places. It seems like a decent site, and if you look at the Ahrefs, doesn't look like a blink farm at all, so everything seems to be in order. And also, if you look at them on Ahrefs, there is a red flag here, but you might not notice it even. So if I go to their homepage, like steadyhq.com, DR77, it's a massive DR, it's really good. I would imagine some people paying like 500 or more for that particular backlink. And also the traffic is like quite significant at 45k. Trend is also quite nice despite this spike here, but yeah, it's trending upwards. Yeah, there is a problem that the traffic location is mainly from Germany, but yeah, most people don't really pay attention to it. This would be a red flag for me, but yeah, most people don't really notice this, and then they are getting some traffic from the US. So, but that's besides the point right now. My point is that everything seems to check out. It seems to be like a proper website to get a backlink from. So we tested this out. We wanted to see like what's going on here, because they were selling backlinks for quite cheap, although these kinds of sites often sell the backlinks for between like 300 to 500, depending on domain rating and the organic traffic. So we just wanted to test it out, and we ordered the backlink through them. And this is the backlink, or this is the guest post. Maximizing success in e-commerce. So we built it to our e-commerce SEO agency site. You see a link here, redbat.agency. And if I prospect a link, I see it's a do follow. There's no follow tag here, so everything seems to check out. There are also some additional links included here to e-commerce case study and so on. So everything seems decent. There are no images, but yeah, that's fine. But one thing, so yeah, in the beginning everything seems to be in order, but now if I go to the front of the URL and if I add site colon to check if the guest post is indexed or not, I see that this isn't indexed, which isn't usually an issue, like if the guest post goes up, because it takes Google a few days up to a few weeks to index different sites, so that's okay. There's really not a big problem with it, but like if a few weeks go by and then maybe even a month and so on, and it's still not indexed, then this won't do anything for you. This will add no value at all. So if you paid like a couple hundred or even 500 for that, you just threw the money away without getting any return. And I would imagine you wouldn't want to gamble it like this. So a quick way or something to check before building out a guest post is if you go to a website where you're hopefully getting a link from, let's say just say Ahrefs, and you usually like if someone is asking for money in return of a guest post, you wanna ask for some samples, or you want to see some samples, or you simply go to their blog section, just find out where it is, go to the blog section, and look at some of their blogs. Just you don't open up the first ones, because those are the most recent ones you see here. I'm recording this on November 22nd, so yeah, we want to look at some of the older ones and open them up to see, do they get indexed? So go to the front of the URL, open up the blog post, go to the URL bar, and add site colon. You see here, these are indexed. So if you get results here, this means it's indexed. With Ahrefs, it's just, yeah, this is just for example, but like with Ahrefs, there is no, like they're a massive site, they're well known. So yeah, you would expect them to be indexed. I think even their most recent ones, like based on November 16, I think even this one is indexed. Yep, it is. But yeah, like if you're building out a guest post from a site, make sure to double check it or ask for samples. Like I usually ask for, we have a process for asking for samples, especially if you're having to pay for a guest post, because oftentimes what webmasters do is that, like in this case, with Steady, is that what they've done is that it seems to me that this product has gone bankrupt, or something has happened to this business. So a link farmer or a link farm owner has bought this domain up. They have put the same design up on the site. They have recovered the site from archive.org probably. And what they're doing now is they're just selling guest posts on the site. But they're adding the guest posts to a separate section on the site which isn't indexed. So if you look at the URL that I was sent to, this is my post URL. If I remove this spot here, I just go to check and posts. This seems to be like a section on their site here. I see that there are many different posts here. So probably other people that have paid for their guest posts. And if I look at any of these here, if I do the indexation check, I see that none of them are indexed. So this seems to be a pattern for them. But they're adding all of their guest posts. Let's look at a few older ones. They're adding all of their guest posts to a separate section on their site that doesn't get indexed. So this is so all of these check posts, or posts by check, none of them are indexed. So yeah, if I look at the entire folder or category, even the category isn't indexed. So this is a scam. If they're asking for money to add those guest posts, it's a blatant scam. Like you're scamming people. Where you have to pay for a guest post, they add it up, but it's not going to do anything for your site. It's like if it doesn't get indexed, then this backlink will, like having backlinks within those articles will have no effect on your site whatsoever. And this is being done at a massive scale. This is a massive issue. Most people don't really know about it. So yeah, and again, like just to make sure it doesn't happen to you, is if someone's asking for money to add a guest post, ask for guest article samples, or find your blog section and or find a place where they will add the guest post to, and make sure that their articles do get indexed. So yeah, seems to be a really like a decent link, a decent site on the surface, but yeah, this won't move the needle at all. So make sure you check the site, and yeah, don't fall victim to this scam. Thank you. I hope it's helpful, and if you let me know if you have any questions about this.